Hi guys, in this question we are going to compute composition of functions at certain values. Okay, so the first example is we want to compute f of h of 1. Now always start at the inside. So the inside is 1. We start all the way on the inside. Then we apply h to it, right? H of 1. And then finally we apply f on the outside. Okay, so let's go ahead and start that. So let's take 1 and apply to it the h machine. So think of it, h machine you're applying. Well, what is that? Well, h of x is 8x plus 7. So if you want to apply 1, start with 1 and apply h of x to it, you need to replace x with 1. So here you're going to multiply 8 times 1, which is 8, and then plus 7, that would be 15. So this is what you get. So you're basically plugging in 1 in for x into the h function. Finally, you're going to apply on the outside the f machine. And what is that? Well, we know that f of x, or actually they say t, but it doesn't matter because we're just going to be replacing the unknown with a number. So what you want is now you want to replace t with 15. Wherever you see it, you're going to replace it with whatever you got in the previous step. So here we've got 15 squared minus 15. Well, let's go ahead and go on the resources here, and let's compute 15 squared minus 15. So that gives me 210. So I just did the part A. Okay, so I can go ahead and type that here. All right, so the next question says, okay, how about we find h of f of 2? So again, we're going to start at the inside, start at the 2, then apply the f machine to it. So what does that mean? We're going to plug. So we've got f of t equals t squared minus t. So we are plugging the 2 in for the unknowns. So this would be t squared and t. So this would be 2 squared, which is 4 minus 2. So that's 2. And then we're going to apply the outside. So we are applying the h machine to that. Well, what is that? So h of x is 8x plus 7. So now we want to take this answer and replace x with that answer. So this would be 8 times 2, which is 16, and then plus 7. So 16 plus 7 would be 23. So that would go in here. Okay, so the last step, by the way, this is part B, not part A. Okay, so the last step is h of f of negative 2. So again, we start on the inside. We start at negative 2. We apply the f machine to that. So what is that? Well, we're going to have to take negative 2. We're going to square it. Make sure that when you are plugging a negative number, you are plugging it in parentheses. And then you subtract negative 2. Okay, so what is negative 2 squared? That's negative 2 multiplied by negative 2, which is actually a 4. Okay, so negative will cancel. And then the 2 minuses give you a plus, so that would be 6. So that's 6 right here. Now, let's apply the h machine. So what is h machine? What does it do to an x? So it takes the x, it multiplies it by 8, and then it adds 7 to it. So let's start with 6, multiply it by 8, and then add 7. So 8 times 6 would be 48, plus 7, that would be 55. Again, you can do these computations in your head or using a calculator.